Ardipithecus ramidus was found in the Middle Awash regions of Ethiopia in an area called Aramis. The site of paleoanthropological excavation in the Awash River Valley in the Afar region of Ethiopia. Aramis is located about 100 kilometers south of Hadar, where other Australopith remains have been unearthed. About 10 kilometers west of Aramis are sites that have yielded remains of Ardipithecus cadaba that dated between 5.2 and 5.8 million years ago. This is now a dry and arid region with little amounts of plant life and life-sustaining capabilities with no modern human population. The region is known as a great area with an abundance of early hominid fossils from Ardipithecus to Australopithecus and other species of early humans and mammals. This is due to the lake that was once a major part of the area. It provided the region with a basis for woodlands. American paleoanthropologist Tim White is accredited with the discovery of Ardipithecus ramidus in 1992 and named the fossil in 1994. Since that time, White's team has discovered over 100 fossil specimens for Ardipithecus ramidus. Tim White was a professor at the University of California in Berkeley after his time in Michigan, where he developed his interest in Africa by studying with Richard Leakey in an expedition to Tanzania. He later worked with Leakey's mother, Mary Douglas Leakey, studying fossilized hominin footprints. Working again in the Middle Awash River Valley in the early 21st century, White's team unearthed the oldest known fossils of the Homo sapiens. Researchers working in the Middle Awash study area had first surveyed Aramis in 1981. The fossils there were more fragmentary and fewer in number than those found in other localities. In 1992, the researchers returned to the Aramis area and focused their attention on the sediments occurring between two volcanic ash horizons, the Da'amatu and the Galatufs, which were dated to 4.4 million years ago. The salmon-colored sediments sandwiched between these horizons contained a wealth of biological information, and on the first survey day, abundant fossils of wood were found, along with a large number of small mammals, birds, kudus, type of spiral-horned antelope, monkey teeth, and bones, and the first 4.4 million year old hominid fossils. The new species was initially called Australopithecus ramidus, but was reclassified in 1995 as Ardipithecus when more information about the hominid's biology allowed project researchers to establish a new genus name. As the work at Aramis was progressing, Middle Awash geologist Gede Wold Gabriel and the grad student Johannes Haile Selassie were exploring an older set of localities that dated to between 5 and 6 million years ago. They found hominid remains in 1997. Here's a short clip from Science magazine from Tim White's view on the project at Aramis.
We began to work in the Middle Awash in 1981. We really didn't know what was going to be found. This is a long-term, protracted scientific research endeavor. And this kind of work does actually take decades. It doesn't take that long if you don't find anything, but we've found a great deal. We've found something like 15 separate horizons in this kilometer of rock that have yielded hominid fossils. We have over 18,000 vertebrate fossils, thousands of artifacts from multiple horizons. Ardipithecus is one snapshot within that depository, but it's the best snapshot, and it's the most detailed snapshot. It is the most data-rich snapshot.
There are so few skeletons of fossil humans. There's, I don't know, 4 or 5. And you can tell so much more when you've got a whole skeleton than when you've got a few bits and pieces. Even if you've got bits of different parts of the skeleton, knowing that they're all associated in one individual is really exciting. The interpretations that go along with it are very provoking. Some of them are undoubtedly true, I'm sure. Others will be topics of discussion for a good while. But the basic data, I think, is what really counts here. And the fact that you've got a fairly complete skeleton, you've got a lot of other associated things, is what's, at this particular time period, is what's really significant about this specimen.
The Ardipithecus ramidus skull shows a small endocranial capacity, 300 to 350 cubic centimeters. Small cranial size relative to body size, considerable mid-facial projection, and a lack of modern African ape-like extreme lower facial prognathism. Its short posterior cranial base differs from that of both Pan-troglodytes and Pan-paniscus. Ramidus lacks the broad anteriorly situated zygomaxillary facial skeleton developed later in Australopithecus. This combination of features is apparently shared by Sahelanthropus, showing that the Miocene hominid cranium differed substantially from those of both extant apes and Australopithecus.